Hello everybody, it's Will here with Retrofix Games, and today I am opening Yu-Gi-Oh! The Grand Creators. This is a new set from Yu-Gi-Oh! Just came out a little bit, at least a little bit ago for us. There was a bit of delay with this set, and there's going to be with a couple of their next releases. But this is the most recent set for them, and I am excited to crack this open for you. I haven't played a whole lot of actual in-paper Yu-Gi-Oh! since I was a kid, using that Master Duel as kind of my way back into the game. So we're going to crack these open and see what kind of fun, shiny things we get here. One of the big draws of this set, at least from what I can gather as somebody climbing back into this game, is those collector foils, or collector rares. Basically, they have a different foiling style than the regular cards of this set, and they can, in some cases, quite drastically affect the value of some of these cards. So, hopefully we can crack these boxes open and pull a couple of those. Bam. I've mentioned to a lot of my peers that friends and people that come to this store, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Art style and their overall card quality is something that I admire compared to something like that of Magic. Like, I love Magic. I've been playing Magic for 7 years. But it is definitely worth noting that Yu-Gi-Oh! Just is more consistent in terms of their print quality. Don't remember seeing too many misprints for Yu-Gi-Oh! Or miscuts. I know it does happen, as it does with any game, but it's not quite as frequent. And you can usually rely pretty well on the quality of these foils. Absolutely gorgeous. And just the quality of the cards overall. I haven't played for a little bit in actual paper. I'm trying to get some of my other friends that got out of it when we were young back into it, so that we're all in kind of the same starting area. I know that there's a wee bit of a curve from a new player to get good. Okay. That's a hit. It's not a collector foil, or a collector rare, but this is still one of the more exciting cards out of this set. For the people that know what they're looking at anyway. That is something difficult for me right now, because there's been several years of cards to come out, and I haven't kept up on them. So, looking at a lot of these, I don't necessarily know what's good and bad. This is something I recognize. So, I quit playing at the 5Ds arc when Synchro Monsters were introduced. So, I played with Synchro Monsters a bit. And this is actually just a really pretty card. I don't know how good or bad it is, but it is really pretty. But yeah, it's tough. If you want to get back into something that you haven't been involved in for a little bit, it can be jarring to see how much it's changed. Not bad that it's changed, but it is jarring and difficult to try and be able to jump right back into it. When the metas have changed, things that used to be super good are now kind of middle of the road B tier. I know I absolutely adore the classic ace monsters like the Dark Magicians, the Red Eyes Black Dragons, and the Blue Eyes White Dragon is actually my personal favorite. But they're not all necessarily super high tier at the moment. Not that they're not getting some support pieces, but it can be a little disheartening to sit down with your childhood decks and play against somebody who as up to date and is keeping up with the game. But my encouragement to you, and also kind of to myself, is that ultimately it can be worth it. Just like any card game and any game that you play in general, it's about what you get out of it and how you go about getting what you want out of it. If playing in hyper-competitive tournaments and staying up to date on everything is what you want, then go for it. But if you're like me and kind of just want to casually play with the cards that you recognize from when you were a kid and some of their better pieces, then maybe make a group of people or gather a group of people that can play that way or want to play that way. I do also highly recommend that you check out Master Duel. It's kind of their new online client for Yu-Gi-Oh! And it is super easy to use. Very user-friendly. I've had a lot of fun on it, and it has helped reignite my passion for this game. Definitely worth checking out. And it is pretty easy to catch up on some of the mechanics. They do have a spot in there that'll help teach you some of the basics of the game, if that's something that you're interested in. If Yu-Gi-Oh! Is something that you've ever been interested in, but not quite decided to make the leap, I personally recommend it, and that's coming from somebody that is trying to get into it in a spot where I don't know what's happening. Kind of deer in the headlights kind of person, and I recommend that to you, so definitely worth it. And just like with the Magics and the Pokemon, they're putting out new sets pretty consistently. Obviously, like I said, there's some delays on some of their stuff, I believe due to weather, but it could be something else. I have no idea. I don't know what happens in corporations. I just know corporations sell my stuff. Part of the system. Let's see here. I'm really trying to keep my eyes out for those collector foils. Insector Dragonfly. I think all of the Insectors look like something that popped straight out of a comic. Like, every single one of them do. A comic, excuse me. Which, you know, makes sense. They've got kind of a bug-themed superhero look to them. Exo-Sister. Yeah, look at him. Comic book superhero. I mean, not as much as, like, the actual factual elemental heroes of the GX generation. But still. Bam. See, this one kind of just looks like a transformer. It turns into a giant beetle. And yeah, I have no experience with XYZ monsters. Absolutely none. I got out of it just before they were introduced, and I have no idea mechanically how they work. I just know that they beat me a lot on on Master Duel. Which makes sense. Shabam. Last pack of the box. Let's see. Give me a collector foil. Let's go. Okay, not a collector foil, but this is also a pretty solid hit from the box. Card people are excited about. Nice. Okay. Scoot all my stuff over and get cracking into that second box. Also, it's interesting to me how small the packaging is on these boxes compared to something like Pokemon or Magic. Could be due to the fewer packs, but there's 24 packs in here. And there's 24 packs in some magic boxes, and those things are massive. I mean, it also helps that these are smaller card sizes. Something to be aware of if you are contemplating getting into this game is that these are smaller cards, so you will have to buy smaller card sleeves. Ooh. Bam. Let's see. Oh. There we go. Okay. So this is one of those collector foils like I was talking about. Nice. Or collector rare. I don't know. It has a different foiling, so that's why I've been calling it a collector foil. But yeah, that's super rad. Gives it a fun texture too. Sweet. Set that up here with our other hits from the previous box. Yeah, I feel like a lot of my childhood cards would have been in better condition if I had even thought about... Ooh, that one tried to escape. Card sleeves. But I didn't know. I didn't care. I was a 12-year-old. Sometimes a 7-year-old. That makes it sound like I could change back and forth. I could not. I'm just bad at sentence structuring. But yeah, as a kid, you don't really think too much about protecting the thing that you're having fun playing with. You just do. I wish I had taken better care of them. Not because I think they'd be worth a lot of money right now, but because then I could play with them. So here's what I mean, if you couldn't see the foiling. So this is a different one that I have set to the side. And this is the same card, different foil types. You see how the collector one has those waves across it and the foil extends to the border? Versus this one, it's just the box and the symbols. So yeah, there we go. Hopefully that makes it a little easier to spot for anybody opening this set that might not know off the top of their heads. Shabam. Yeah, I've done a little bit of research just to see what cards from this set people are excited about or picking up. So, everything that I'm looking at here is with very novice eyes, but novice eyes that have a general idea as to what people are looking for. I don't know why they're looking for it, but I know that they're looking. Let's see here. Cool. We opened our collector foil. I don't know the odds of there being another one in the box, but if we can find a second one, that would be ideal. Bam. Oh, yeah, this is perfect. Another example from the same box. Collector foil, regular. Dope. It can be confusing. I know there's a lot of different types of foilings that can affect whether a card is super collectible or not. Because this has been reprinted about a bajillion times, but the collector foil of it in this box makes this card's price kind of jump. Bam. At least for the collector version of it. Yeah, actually, I think Max Gold had a version of Torrential Tribute in it with that cool gold border on it. Max Gold Eldorado, excuse me. Crack these open. Speed run. Try to find the cool cards in the set. And also show off the shiny ones. Oh, that's another thing. All of the cards in these packs are at minimum rare. So that's another thing to note about this set. These are all rare cards. And then there's the collector rares. I don't know if it's a reprint set or if it's actually like a full-on core set type of deal. That's something I probably should have looked up beforehand, but you know what they say about hindsight. Always makes you look stupid. Yeah. Okay. These packs are also super easy to open and get into super quick. They're smaller, 7-card packs, and the pack cards themselves, like I said earlier, are smaller, which can be difficult to handle if you have bigger hands, but I am a moderately sized human with moderately sized hands, so this works fine. And if you put card sleeves on them, then they're basically the size of just a regular card. I mean, not exactly, obviously, but enough. Big enough. Bam. That's another one. Link monsters. I know absolutely nothing about these. I don't know what the triangles mean. I know nothing. It is a whole new mechanic that I have to learn. I don't know how much I need to be able to play them, but I do need to know how they work. Bam. Just kind of tearing through these last couple packs here. See if we've got anything else noteworthy. That's super pretty. I think it's funny that this is very neon themed and neon colored. In the state of Magic, we've got a set coming out that's neon themed, so. But Yu-Gi-Oh! Kind of always has that, doesn't it? There's always some cards in their set that just absolutely pop with their colors. The art style lends itself well to foils, too. Like, I would love this card as a foil. Absolutely would. Who knows? Maybe it exists. Bam. Fateful Adventure. I think this is for that Exo-Sister archetype. I think. Or I could be completely wrong. No, this looks like the Water Enchantress, kind of. Okay. Completely different archetype. Neat. 3 packs to go. Let's see what we've got. Every time I see this, I think it looks like one of the Magnet Warriors. Like Beta, Gamma, that kind of thing. Whatever the name of the super one was when they all connect together like Voltron. Gimme. 2 packs left. Let's see what we've got. Zekdor, Inzektor, Inzektor, Solemn Strike. Throw you in my foil pile. Last pack. Bam. No whammies. Let's go. Womp womp. I mean, it looks pretty. So that's neat. Okay. Well. Got some hits of the box here. Our collector foil of the 2 boxes. And then this guy. Gal, excuse me. Sweet. Well, that's going to do it for me today, folks. A quick reminder to y'all. All of our singles are listed up on our website at retrofixgames.com. You can place an order online and have it shipped to you, or you can come into the store and use our kiosk to order it for in-store pickup. Thank you guys so much, and y'all have a good night.